Hey y'all. Come on through, come on through, come on through. Come on through, come on through, come on through. I am here. I'm in the building. Well, in the car. Because I have on the same shirt from yesterday. Because I woke up late and I had to jump up and get Tramel to his doctor's appointment. So I'm sitting in the car waiting for him. So I'm just here doing what it is that I do. Going live for your people. Who's in my bushes? Hey, Burns. Hey, Tramel. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Ashley. Y'all, I am. Hey, Lois. I am waiting for Tramel. He's in the comments. Because he's in the doctor's office. I was trying to go live a little bit on time, but I had to move from where I was parked. Because you know hospitals try to block cell phone reception. So it wouldn't connect. So I had to go all the way far back in the parking lot to get a connection. Thank you. Hey, Monica. Thank you, Vernet. Thank you, Vernes. Oh, and I saw your live yesterday when Tramel was on it. We are definitely going to send you, I'm going to inbox you on Instagram, so make sure you add me. Add us on Instagram because I need to know your size. We're going to send you a couple of things because you did help us a great deal and we appreciate you. Back and watch them. You can always go back and watch them. Yes. So today, what am I going to talk about? I was driving, so my mind is all over the place. And now I'm sitting in the car because you know with the coronavirus, I can't go in the doctor's offices with him or he can't come in with me. So I'm sitting in the car because y'all saw the other day when I had to go to the doctor, he had to go live from the car because he was waiting for me. And now the tables have reversed. I'm waiting for him. Hey, Wanston. I'm sorry, y'all, because y'all know we on the computer and I can read and do everything at one time. And now I want to put the phone on a thing in the car, but the sun is beaming directly. And if you have an iPhone, you know when it gets too hot, it'll just start fading out completely and then I'll go blank. So excuse the shakiness. I'm holding it because there's no way for me to position myself in this parking lot without sitting in front of the sun. It's going down because a cloud is going past right now, but it's going to come right back out bright. Yes, thank you. Me and Tramel, because I saw it. I was looking at YouTube yesterday because he was in a different room in the house. And I'm like, I'm scrolling and I see Tramel and you. I'm like, what are they doing? I was like, oh, we are good. We are good, Wanston. I'm here waiting for Tramel. He's in the doctor's office. And, you know, it is what it is. I'm like, I don't know this part of where I'm at because I've never been on this side of town. I've been here before, but like to the Verizon store, and there's a Walmart out here. But I've never been on this side. It's like totally wooded. It's like I'm in the woods for real. And there's just this one big doctor's office with a bunch of different doctors in it. And I'm just looking around me because I'm like, I'm really sitting in the middle of the woods. Hey, Kay. Kay Moore. So I'm trying to think. Yesterday was pretty, I'm trying to think of something funny. Oh, so yesterday, wait a minute, let me take off my glasses because that's part of the problem. I only need them to see distances, so that's why I keep looking over the top. I meant to take them off before I started, but like I said, when I tried to start, because I was so close to the hospital, it wouldn't let me go live. So yesterday, I was on the phone. I got a phone call. Then, because I want to know in the comments. Y'all got to tell me in the comments what y'all would have done. For real. Because, part of me says I was right. And I know what Tramel did was like the right thing to do. So, yesterday, we sitting in the house chilling. Just minding our business. Tramel had just got off the live with Burness, and he came in the room. I was on the phone with my sister, and my phone rang. So I didn't bother to pick it up because I figured the person who it was, I'd just call him back. So then Tramel's phone rang. And when Tramel's phone rang, hey, good morning, Australia, someplace I always wanted to go. Tramel's phone rang, and he answered it. So he proceeds to tell me, oh, they outside. They outside? What do you mean they outside? So let them be outside. You don't come to my house without calling me. And you don't call me from outside of my house because you know my car is sitting there. So I was like, so let them stay outside. So Tramel was like, so he goes and lets them in. And I stayed upstairs and talked to my sister. So then I get a text. I'm downstairs in your living room. I said, so you should be at home, not downstairs in my living room. So my sister is hysterical on the phone, going, you're really not going to go downstairs? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not going downstairs. And she's like, you not? I said, no, you don't just come to my house and call me from outside my house just because you see my car and tell me that you're here. Like, no. You call me in advance, an hour in advance, even if it's 20 minutes in advance. Say, you going to be home? Can I stop by? Fine. You don't just pop up at my house and say, I'm outside and think I'm supposed to just open my door. So, honestly, Tramel had to be down there entertaining them for like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. My sister is hysterical on the phone going, you really not going to go? I said, no, because if I go downstairs, I'm going to say something that's not right. So, she said, you already said something that wasn't right when you text back. I said, well, like, I care that you in my living room when you ain't even supposed to be there. So, I'm not mean. It's different. Like, honestly, like, Verns, if you came up here and you was like, oh, I know where you knew where I lived, and you was like, Joseph, I'm just upstate New York, and I'm by your house, can I come? Fine, I don't have a problem with that. But when you literally live, it's not that. So I'm like, Tramel came upstairs and like, this how we gonna do? You just gonna leave me downstairs with your friends? So, of course, when my husband says that to me, I start feeling bad. And at first, I said, well, you opened the door. And he just gave me this look. And I said, you know what? He did the proper thing. Let me suck it up and go downstairs. So I went downstairs and I was on edge. Like, I just had attitude when I went downstairs. But see, the problem with me is that I play so much that people, even when I'm serious, people think I'm playing. So I kind of get away with a lot of things because they think I'm playing when I'm actually serious. So, and I've been friends with this person for, like, I just met their husband. I just met his husband, but I've been friends with him since I was like 19 years old, 19, 20. And both, he's 50 and I'm 49. So we've been friends forever. So, of course, my best friend texted me in the process before, my best friend texted me before I went downstairs. And let me tell y'all something. My best friend is only good when I tell him I'm on the edge, you better talk me down. Because if I don't say I'm on the edge, he will hype me up. He was like, you are so shady. Oh, that's why I love you, because you're so shady and you don't care. Go downstairs and curse him out. He was egging me on, but I wasn't going to do that. Because at the end of the day, we friends. But I was just in my feelings because I'm like, what if I was in the shower? What if me and Tramel was getting busy? What if anything? So I'll go downstairs. We ended up laughing and joking and talking and whatever. And then they left. And then I told Tramel, I said, was we really about to argue? He said, no, I wasn't going to argue with them. He was like, I just was like, you really going to leave me downstairs with your friends? And I said, well, yeah, that's why I said, well, you opened the door. You opened the door. You must plan on entertaining them. I said, when you told me they was outside, what did I tell you? Leave them outside. He he said, so you really would have left them outside? I said, yes. I said, yeah, if I would have picked up my phone and they said, oh, we outside, we just wanted to check on you, I would have said, okay, you checked on me, bye. I wouldn't have, no. I don't show up at your house unexpected, just randomly. And Tramel was like, you so mean. I was like, I'm not mean. I said, that's just who I am as a person. You don't just pop up at my house. Now, if you came from out of town and you was like, I'm outside your door, blah, 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 so be it. You know, that's something that you can't control. You can't, whatever. No, see, I think, and I'm just being honest, a lot of times if I react the way I want to react at first, I would have no friends. Because I'm really not for people and I'm not. I'm just not. So a lot of times I don't say the things that I really feel, and I don't do like, you know, if you ask anybody about an Aries in the zodiac, they tell you that we say whatever we want, and we do. And I have had to learn that, like, I have people tell me that I'm too real. And I'm like, what's too real? Like, y'all all say y'all want real and y'all want the truth. And then when I give it to you, you say I'm too real. So make me understand what too real is. They're like, well, some things you just shouldn't say. I say, well, then don't ask. I was like, I never volunteer information that's not asked of me, because I hate when people do that to me. But rest assured, if you come to me and say, how do I look? And I think you look stupid, I'm going to tell you look stupid. Don't ask me if you don't want the truth. So most people that ask me questions or come at me, they know they do it because they want the truth. And they go, I already know if I ask Joe, he's going to tell me the truth. He's going to give me what I need. Hey, Sonia, he's going to give me what I need and stuff like that. And like, people that are around me, they see me do it, and they just sit there with their mouths open like, you just told, I said, well, they asked, right? I said, y'all sitting there saying, oh, you look good, girl. Oh, I love that. I said, and then as soon as she walk out the room, you telling me, oh, child, she look a mess. But I didn't have the heart to tell her. Well, I have the heart to tell her, girl, you look a hot mess. And if you don't want to get laughed at, I would advise you to go change it. But see, the problem is, let me tell you the problem. Because I like people like that in my life, too. I like people that just tell me how they feel and let it go. The problem is, a lot of people are not like me. See, me, I feel like this. If I can tell you, you can tell me, whether I like what you say or not. But see, a lot of people like to walk around here and tell people what they got to say. But then when you do it to them, they want to sit in their feelings and they want to cry and they want to, you hurt my feelings. But you did not hear what you just said to me 2 days ago, 5 weeks ago. You think that it's okay for you to say whatever you want to me. But now that I'm coming at you, and it don't even be on a malicious thing. It just be, you know, this is what it is. And I be sitting back like, that's why I don't mess with a lot of people. I don't. Like my best friend, he'll tell me in a minute. He will tell me the truth. But I'm the only person he'll tell the truth. He'll sit and hype you up in a minute. And, oh, yes, you look amazing. Oh, I love it. Where did you buy it from? As soon as you walk away, he'll be like, that bitch look fierce. And I'm like, well, why did you tell her? And he's like, because he knows, or everything that he's telling me, when they come back, when they ask me, I'm going to say everything that he really wanted to say. Because if I don't think it looks good, I'm going to tell you it. Don't ask my opinion if you don't want the truth. Because I'm going to tell you that. But I like that for myself as well. If I say, you know, how do I look? And you think I look stupid, tell me, you look stupid. I'll be like, for real? You think this is horrible? It looks horrible. I'll be like, okay. My sister did it to me one day. I had on a shirt. She said, take that off. You look like you got on your baby brother's shirt. I said, ooh, okay, I thought it was too tight, but I just like it. So, you know, I like when people do that to me. Stop me from looking like a fool. Right. I'll take pure heart. That's why I count on my hands. Right. That's why I don't have many friends. And the two people that I have been friends with the longest, one for over 20 years and the other one for over 15 years, we are brutally honest with each other to a fault. We are brutally honest with each other to a fault. And people may hear us and they'll go, how can y'all be friends? I'm like, because we're not doing it to be malicious. We're not doing it to hurt each other. It's just, this is what it is. Like, I don't understand people. They want the truth, but then when you give them the truth, they want to cry about it. Like, I could sit and lie to you and say, oh, you look amazing. But then, if you my friend, I'm setting you up for failure. I'm setting you up for everybody around you to be talking about you. When if I had just said the truth, whether it hurt your feelings. I mean, now, I'm not going to lie. I could be a little more tactful in the way I deliver the truth. I could. And I'm working on that. I'm being honest. I could definitely be a little more tactful on how I deliver the truth. Because, you know, I can just, for some reason, I don't have this filter that's like right here. It comes here and it just shoots right out here. And I'm trying to learn to put a filter right here to stop me from saying it the way I think and say it in a more, it's going to be the truth, but more appeasing, I guess, if you want to say, way to the person. Because I'll have a tendency to say things to people and, you know, a lot of times they think I'm trying to hurt their feelings and I'm really not. But again, I don't volunteer information unless people ask me. Because one thing I can't stand is for someone that I don't know, or if I don't ask your opinion, for you to just give it to me. Because then I'm like, oh, girl, I didn't ask you in the first place. But at the same time, if it's constructive criticism, I'm cool with it. But if it's just your opinion, just to be giving me your opinion, then I don't want it. But if it's something that's going to help me in the long run, you know, I'll act like I'm not paying you no mind, but I'm hearing everything you say. And a lot of people can get mad at me because they'll be talking to me and I'll be playing games on my phone. Or I won't be looking at them. I'll be watching TV. Like, Tramel gets so mad at me. But then he stopped getting mad. Hey, Positive. Hey, Sonia. He stopped getting mad at me because when he thinks I'm ignoring him, I'm not. I can do two things at one time, because trust me, when you call me out on it and say, what did I just say? I can verbatim repeat everything you just said to me because I'm listening. One thing I am is an active listener. I listen to everything people tell me. I can recall anything and everything we've ever talked about. Any and everything. I don't forget nothing. And like my mama used to say, I can hear a rat piss on cotton. So don't think you whispering and I'm not going to hear, because I will hear every and anything around me. Good, Tramel. You handle the comments since you in the doctor's office. And I'll handle the live. But yeah, y'all. I don't know. Because of that situation. What would y'all have done if somebody just popped up at your house and they lived right by you? Not that they came from a far distance, because if they would have came from a far distance, my whole attitude would have been different. But if they lived by you and they lived in your neighborhood and literally could walk to your house at any given moment and they just pop up, hey, I'm outside, come open the door. What would you have done? Would you did what Tramel did and open the door? Or would you have took my stance and said, oh, well, stay outside? Oh, my sister really got a kick out of that yesterday. I don't mind, Tramel, look, things need to be done accordingly. I don't micromanage. If I feel it's not getting, yes, a rat piss on cotton. My mother used to say that all the time. Me and my sister be in the room and she yell at us or whatever, and we be in there whispering. She said, I can hear a rat piss on cotton. I hear everything y'all saying. And we would be like, God, she hear everything. Oh, really, Tramel? He was so mad that I left him down there that long by himself. When I tell y'all I stayed upstairs, I probably was upstairs for 25. No, that's exaggerated. It wasn't a whole 30 minutes. Maybe it was a whole 30 minutes. But I know I was upstairs for at least 25 minutes. It probably was a half an hour, and I left him downstairs by himself. Right, Sonia? My thing is, even if you pull up and just call me and say I'm outside, that don't count. That don't count. You need to call me in advance. You need to call me in advance. And that's the thing. Hey, Anita, that's the thing. You gotta, I was not upstairs for 40 minutes, Tramel. It might have been, honestly, it might have been 40 minutes. It might have been. I know it was I know Tramel was downstairs a long time, and it got to the point where he was like, let me go upstairs and get him, because clearly he's not coming downstairs. And I still wasn't going down. I'll be honest. I still wasn't going downstairs. If he would not have said to me, you have me down here entertaining your friends, I wouldn't have went. If he would have just said, oh, so you're not going to come downstairs? Because he said, oh, so this is what we doing today? You're not going to come downstairs? I said, no. And he was like, so you have me entertaining your friends? I said, well, I told you not to open the door. And that's how I felt. I said, well, you opened the door, so entertain them. And I was fully dressed. It wasn't like I had to get dressed, but I just felt a certain kind of way. Because see, if you did it that time and I let you in, you'll do it again and again and again and again and again. And they'll probably see this video. But let it act as a warning not to do it again. Because next time you'll be standing outside. Oh, see, that was another thing. That, like I said, they might see this video, so I'm not going to say it. There's a reason why I was mad at it. There's a reason. You know how you get a thought in your head and then the next day it actually happens? And that's what happened. The day before, I had a thought in my head about them. And then the very next day, it happened. So I was like, I was mad. There was a reason behind why I was so enraged. I wasn't enraged, but I was upset. There was a reason behind why I was upset. It wasn't just people showing up at my door. Honestly, it wasn't that. It was another reason behind that, why I was upset behind it. It was a whole nother reason. So that's why I was upset behind it. It wasn't just a friend knocking on the door, hey, how you doing? No. When I get like, I don't want to say premonitions because I guess. But I had this whole thought in my head that yesterday was going to happen. So when yesterday happened, and it was the day before. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I said, Tramel, every time, and it's true, every time something I think happens the next day, I always tell Tramel, I should have told you what I was thinking. I should have said it. Because I don't tell him, because in my mind, I just think, you just thinking stuff. You know, that ain't going to happen. It ain't going to be like that. But every single time that I think something, and it's just like that, like I can almost see it happening, it happens. It don't always happen the next day. But a lot of times it happens, and I'm like, can I see myself winning the lotto? Can I see myself finding a bag of money? No, but I agree with you. Verns. I do. But there was a reason behind why I was upset. It wasn't just, a friend showing up at the door. It was a whole nother reason behind it, which I'm not gonna get into on this live. But, no, you was enraged. I wasn't enraged, Tramel. I was not enraged. I was upset. Hey, Billy. I wasn't enraged. Believe me, I wasn't enraged. Because if I was enraged, I would have came down the stairs and said, get out! Get out of my house now! Oh, thank you. There are a few people that have that gift. I have. And let me tell you, I had went to a psychic years ago. And I'll tell y'all a story. So, We had went to Atlantic City, New Jersey. Now, I don't know if you've been to Atlantic City, but it's like a mini Vegas. It's casinos and boardwalks and, well, since Sandy, the rides and stuff got washed away, but it's casinos and boardwalks and whatever. And it was a friend of mine giving a bus ride, so I really didn't want to go because I don't like gambling, because I'm that person that will take off all my jewelry and put my car keys on the table after I lose all my money and say, I'm going to win this time and lose everything I own. So I don't gamble because I know I don't gamble. I just don't. Because for me, I'm that person that this is the one that's going to win me the money. So I had an allotment of money because I said, okay, I'm here. I'll spend $50 to gamble. And once that's done, I'm going outside. I'm walking on the boardwalk. I'm doing whatever until this bus leaves. And that's what I did. So me and my friends, because they did the same thing. They was like, nope, my money gone. I ain't spending no more. I said, right, I'm not spending no more money. And we had just got paid. So that was a loaded gun. That was a loaded gun. To have all that money. Hey, Leo. To have all that money. And to have all that money. And then, you know, not when I just got paid. So we walking on the boardwalk. And we was like, let's see a psychic. I said, come on, let's go. I'm down. We walked in the first lady's store. You would have thought she saw a ghost. When I walked in, she said, he has to get out of here right now. Get out, get out. So she said, the rest of y'all can stay, but he has to go. Like, she was adamant. Like, she was about to push me out the door. So I was like, I knew. I had a feeling, I knew why, but I didn't tell my friends. Because I don't tell a lot of people that my father's a preacher. I don't divulge that I grew up in church, because I feel when I tell people that, they're going to turn around and judge me because I'm not churchy. I'm not, you know, that's just not who I am. But, you know, I believe in God and everything else. So we went into this other lady. I said, well, let's try her. We went into hers. As soon as I walked in, she was like, oh my God. And I was like, here we go again. She said, your aura is so beautiful. There's so many women praying around you. I said, what? She was like, I said, well, she kicked me out. She said, yeah, because she deals with black tarot. And when you walked in, you put God all in her shop. And she said, if you can see what your aura looks like, she said, there's women all around you praying for you. I said, that would be my mother and grandmother. She was like, it's beautiful. It's gold. It's red. She said, yellow. She said, wear red, yellow, and gold. Those colors on you would be, because that's the color. She was like amazed at what she was seeing. And I'm like, well, that would be the reason why. Hey, Mia. I said, that would be the reason why she kicked us out. But I kind of knew that. I kind of knew that with the way she said, get out. Like, it was a frightening, it was scary almost, to the point of, like, when she saw me, she was fearful. And I'm like, well, we all black, so you can't be scared because I'm black. But I had a feeling, because every time I go to a psychic, they always tell me, one, that I have psychic ability, two, that I have God all around me. And I'm like, okay, well, y'all know what y'all talking about. Hey, Tracy. I'm like, y'all know what y'all talking about. So when we did that, she proceeded to tell me all this stuff. And one of the things she told me was that I was going to meet somebody. And, well, first she laid out all the cards or whatever. And she was like, you've been in 3 relationships with men. I said, what did you just say? She said, you've been in 3 relationships with men. How you know I was in relationships with men? She said, you see these kings? If you was a straight man, they would be queens. I said, okay. That would make sense. Because I like the tarot cards for whatever reason I do. Because they tend to be correct. When they make you shuffle them tarot cards, whatever energy you put into them tarot cards, they be coming up right. So long story short, she tells me about this man I'm going to meet, and he's not the one for me. I mean, she told me a whole bunch of stuff. And she told me that, you know, people think it's going to happen as soon as you walk out the door, but I'm just telling you what I see in general. So it could happen tomorrow, it could happen 10 years from now, but it'll happen. I'm like, okay, whatever. So she told me what she had to tell me. So she told me I was going to meet this man. She said, I'm telling you now, don't bother getting a relationship with him. But you're going to do it anyway. And I don't know why you're with him, because he's not even your type. And everybody that knows you is going to ask you why you're with him, because he's not your type. Blah, 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 blah. Then after him, you're going to meet this man. He's your soulmate. He's just as tall as you almost. And both of you are very attractive. And both of you this, that, and the third. And blah, 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 blah. So, of course, time goes by. Thank you, Mia, for sharing. Time goes by. And I met the one that she said was not my type. I don't know what about this little 5'2" thing had me entranced with him. But I was entranced with this little 5'2". I mean, I literally met him and fell in love with him at first sight. And I have absolutely no reason why. Maybe it was narcissistic to a degree, because he looked exactly like me, but just short. People used to think we were brothers. We stayed together. We broke up. She even said I wouldn't chase him or get upset or hurt like I normally do when I break up with people, and she was right. Then, of course, now I'm looking for the soulmate, because I'm like, okay, that happened. Where's the soulmate? Where's the soulmate? No soulmate. So then I went to another psychic like 3 years ago. So I was captivated by this person. And this person didn't want no parts of me at all. Like, didn't want no parts of me. But I wouldn't want no parts of me either if I punched him in the face. But I called the psychic, and I was like, I said his name, and she was like, oh no, he don't want you. I was like, well, that ain't what I called you for, lady, but okay. She was like, he don't want you. But there is somebody. I said, what are you talking about? She was like, there is somebody, and he's preparing for you. It's a Sagittarius. I said, Sagittarius? I don't know no Sagittarius. She said, yes, you do. It's an ex. I was like, ex? I don't want none of my exes. And none of my exes was a Sagittarius. I never thought about Tramel. Not one time. Ever, not one time. And I'm like, I don't want none of my exes. I said, and plus two was Tauruses and one was a Gemini. I don't want none of them. And she's like, it ain't them. It's the Sagittarius. I said, I ain't never dated Sagittarius. Like, Tramel was the last person in my mind. She was like, and it's going to be a whirlwind romance. Y'all are going to meet around March, April, and y'all are going to get married. And people are going to say you're moving too fast. But I'm telling you, this is your soulmate. This is your twin flame. Y'all are meant to be together. And I'm like, girl. But once she said it, it like sat in my spirit. And my sister's on the live. She can tell you. She was laughing at me because I kept telling her, girl, I'm getting married. And this was in 2017, like the end of 2017. I'm like, I'm getting married. And she was like, don't you need a boyfriend to do that? I said, I don't know where he got. I said, I'm telling you, I'm getting married. Like, I could just go to the front door, open the door, and the person would be there. And it was literally, honestly, almost driving me crazy, because it was like, I don't know if you ever had the feeling of looking for something and you know it's there, but it's not there. So that's what I was doing. And then one day I saw Tramel on Facebook, and he was talking, and I was like, how old is he? So I sent him a message. I said, how old are you now? I forgot what our age difference was. So he told me. So when we saw each other, like, all the feelings I had from him back then rushed. And I'm sitting there like, and he's looking at me like, he's like, what's wrong? Because now I'm thinking about what the psychic said. And I'm sitting there, I said, Tramel, do you realize it is exactly 18 days to the last time we saw? I said, this is the same exact date of the last time that we saw each other 18 years ago. I said, do you realize this is the same room, in the same bed, with the same furniture, in the same house that we first had our first date? And he was like, I said, Tramel, look at the room. Nothing has changed. I said, the only thing changed in here was the TV. And he was like, oh my God, you're right. I said, wow. I said, well, maybe this is some kind of karmic destiny. Because it didn't dawn on me when we met that, like, I don't know, it just hit me while I was sitting there. I was like, everything about this is 18 years ago. everything about the whole situation. And then, needless to say, we got married in 2 months. And I was like, wow. I told him, I said, you know, the psychic told me this was going to happen. I said, down to when I was going to see you. And we met in April. We reconnected in April. I said, and she told me we were going to get married fast. And everybody said we were moving too fast. Joe, my sister, Joe, it's not like you pregnant. I don't understand why. I'm like, well, I will hope I'm not pregnant. I said, well, you know, that's a double-edged sword. I could be real rich right now if I'm pregnant. Because they going to want to know how I got pregnant, where the baby coming from, and what's going to happen. So it was crazy, but at the same time, it was, you know, I get, and like my sister gets so mad at me. She's like, I don't know why you go to psychics. I don't know why. Some of them are a waste of time. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, that's why I don't deal with clairvoyance. I don't like to deal with people. I don't like to deal with clairvoyance. I like the tarot cards because see, when people tell you they're clairvoyant, they'll sit and tell you anything. And then they try to feed you. They try to get you to feed them information. And I'm like, no. And I learned all of this because I had a friend, child, when phone psychics first came out, her bill was $20,000. I said, girl, how many times a day do you call a psychic? How many different messages are they going to give you in one day? Not no $20,000 worth, girl. And she addicted. I was like, you know what? Girl, that's too much for me. That I can't call one every single day. Now, once in a blue moon, I would. I haven't called one since me and Jamel been together. Because, no lies, me and him called together. And she basically told us we was moving. And she basically told us our life right now. It's fun. I view it as a fun thing. But sometimes you hit up on a person that know what the hell they talking about. And they'll scare the shit out of you. Because sometimes it's scary. Like, I had one say, your mother died. And I'm like, how'd she know that? She was like, and she's your guardian angel. I said, well, that would probably be right. That would probably be right. Bye, Burns. Get your coffee. I had mine early this morning and gonna get some more when I go home. Right, Essence, the only times that I don't get a good tarot reading is if I'm on the phone. The only time I don't get a good tarot reading is if I'm on the phone. Normally, face-to-face, they are, like, on point. And actually, there's a girl on Facebook, and she comes on every Sunday night. And she lets you pick one tarot card out of 3. And honestly, you may think that that's crazy, but a lot of times she's on point. The last time she did it for me, I was like, eh. But then something happened and I was like, ooh.